It's Madden NFL 23, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Cincinnati Bengals on EA Sports.
On a warm late summer afternoon, we've got football at Paycor Stadium here in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome in, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Cincinnati.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Room here to run. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Burrow going for it on 4th. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, if it's 2 in a row, we'll be hit 3 in a row. Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
11. They'll look to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
On the jet sweep, here's Chase. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. He completes it. And he coughed it up. And the Packers pick it up. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Cameron Sample there to make the play defensively.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight, well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. We're going to give this to Mixon.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow on 3rd down. Touchdown Bengals!
Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try.
I'm ready to take off, baby. Stay.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Again, it's Dillon.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Big strides, look at him go. He will have the conversion and more than that. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan, 77 yards. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards.
And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
1-1, ready?
Thomas.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents had a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run. That's a positive play for the offense.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
On second down, Dillon. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Running left, it's Mixon.
96 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
11.
Again, it's Mixon. And some room to work. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Back now in Cincinnati. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
11, MT, paint.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 11.
Mixing up the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 and the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down about the 2.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Mixon. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst. 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals put together a fourth quarter drive to take the lead.
11.
They'll try and throw for it. Forced out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Packers are right back in this football game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 5, 2:08 on the clock. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run once more with Dillon.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
He finds Watson complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. On the sneak, Rodgers. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Dillon up the middle.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. throw is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. One final try now for Rodgers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
11 mighty. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 12.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they work this out past the 25.
Well, that second half was a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get it.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Cincinnati.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to Mixon on second down.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
11.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On second down, here's Mixon.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
I'm wondering. 12. 11 MT. 11 mighty.
On third down, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Dillon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Jones again.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
On one, ready? 11, Thomas. Stop.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
11. Stop.
Another try for Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
Gun.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
12.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And this time he is in.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Packers with the football here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Let's go. Let's go.
So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
11 mighty. 11 MP pace. 11.
Back to Mixon on first down. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
72 yards rushing here from Mixon. He's got a first down.
11.
Now Joe Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
11 MT, 11 MT, stop!
Again, it's Mixon. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got a great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field. His time has run out. Back now in Cincinnati. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Gun. Stop! 11.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst from 3 yards out. And the Bengals get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So an important drive for them there. And they're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only 1 score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot. He's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Mixon with a first down carry. And some room to roam now. It's a gain of 13 and the Bengals have a first down.
Here we go. 11.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second down, here's Mixon. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Here we go. 11 empty.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
11 empty pace. 11 empty.
They run for it with Mixon. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And got the jumbo set out there. A huge play in this overtime session. It's 3rd and inches. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
And the stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. First throw of overtime for Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon will try the right side. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
11.
Mixing up the middle. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd down and 8. They run once more with Dillon. Running right through him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running right, Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
To throw, it's Brady. Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now Dillon on the inside give. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On play action, Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
Touchdown! Packers.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2.
Rodgers will throw for it, and it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Brady going to throw. Completes it again to Gage. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Fournette will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Fournette again.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bucs have retaken the lead.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Nixon now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now it's Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. Finding space at the 40.
The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Robert Tunyon.
79 yards.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Brady will try again on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And out across midfield down to the 45. Brady to throw again.
And this will be caught downfield by Gage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Brady gives this to White. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's White.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Opting to run again here with White. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run. This is White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rashad White.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Buccaneers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point put through by Suckum. And they will take a 7-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The final shot before break. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So we've hit halftime here. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
This fielded right at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. This is caught by Evans. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. Here's Brady to throw.
This one taken in by Otten. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Brady buying time to his left. And Brady able to get down as he picks up a first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Shot right.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Brady's going to look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Dillon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Up the middle, Jones.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 quarters have come and gone. Back now in Tampa. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Dillon up the middle. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On play action, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He finds Watson complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. An inside give to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll run here with Dillon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The give is to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start the drive with a give away. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Brady, maybe a free play here. Flush to his right.
Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Offside. Ethan.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. I'll likely win this ball game still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I think they're going to win.
Yeah, still, don't change the channel just yet.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for two. Back to throw, Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Brady going to look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
But sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Hey, Alabama.
Now Brady. He's got a man, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw, Brady. There's Evans again, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.